Hey guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 8 of Season 3 of our Force India career in the Ice mod. And today we have the 8th Grand Prix in Munich, so the German Grand Prix. Since the last episode, I actually didn't continue up to the proper date. We've got a new gearbox, which is really good. We've put on Fernando's car because he's the one fighting for the championship. They've both got pretty similar gearbox performance. Obviously, Fernando's has got that little bit of improvement in it, but we're also developing a new gearbox. So hopefully we'll have that ready for the next episode. And yeah, you know, if you guys want to have a look at the parts, cast your eyes over them, have a pause of it. I think everything's going well at the moment. I don't know why we're working on 3 front wings at the same time. Yeah, let's take that one off and do that instead. Yeah, so I've just seen that. Anyway, let's get into the Grand Prix. They're offering a little bit more money because I guess it's their home Grand Prix, so that'll be a little bit good if we can sort of go above expectations. But yeah, we're leading both championships at the moment, of course, by quite some margin, might I add. Fernando Alonso more than a race victory ahead of Sergio Perez, and 38 points ahead of Danny Kvyat, and 42 ahead of Verstappen and Giovinazzi, who are the sort of realistic title challengers. You know, I don't think Kvyat is going to still be there at the end of the season, although he's put in some cracking performances so far this season to really bag a lot of points, and that's why he's in the position he's in. That's why we're in the position we're in, because we're good at banking points. And you know, even though Perez started in 17th in the last Grand Prix, he managed to go and get a 6th place finish, which was incredible. You know, I know you guys think I should be doing practice and optimising the setups, but we are leading both championships at the moment. I don't think we could be doing much better than that. Fernando Alonso is 5th at the moment on the soft tyre runs, which is good. We'll see how he does on medium tyres. He's looking about a second, 1.7 seconds behind, although it is going damp weather. I did say stormy weather, actually, on the forecast, but we finished 5th in that session, not too bad. But obviously practice is not particularly representative. So we'll go for qualifying trim and soft tyres, and qualifying trim and soft tyres, and we'll go into car setup and have a look at these. That's probably the best one. Yeah, I think he needs just something a little bit more central. Maybe do that and then go there, like that. And then sort of, let's see how his, yeah, so I think maybe that could be good. And maybe that. Yeah, why not? We'll go for that. Set of soft tyres. Now Fernando's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't he? Yeah, 16.5, 26, and well, that was good. So, oops. Move that forward to that, and that'll be good. And we'll get into it straight away. We'll see how qualifying 1 goes. Obviously Perez went out in Q1 last time out. Hopefully that won't happen this time. And Fernando Alonso qualified 4th, I believe, so it was a decent qualifying for him. Obviously it was helped by the fact that Hamilton, Raikkonen and Senna went out in Q2, but no, if we can get both cars into the top 10, that'd be really good. Somehow I don't feel like we're going to do that this race, but we're trying to improve the car. You know, we can only do what we can, improve the parts one at a time. know, that's the way it is. So here comes Sergio Perez starting his lap. He hasn't got his car into as good a window as Fernando, and he's got a little bit of traffic around him, so is Fernando though, so no excuses on this flying lap. So Perez currently a tenth and a half slower than Alonso. We'll see how that goes through sector 2. Here comes Perez, and Alonso is 2.5 tenths quicker. So Alonso currently 4 tenths off Giovinazzi, who's going quickest. But here comes Perez, he goes quickest with a 1:29.3, but Alonso goes only a tenth quicker. So yeah, Alonso lost a bit of time in that third sector. Giovinazzi quickest on a 1:28.5. But Raikkonen then goes quickest with a 1:28.3. Hamilton is surely going to be the one to watch here. Both Williams have gone quicker than us, that's interesting. Hamilton is going slower than Senna, 27.8. Senna's going to come through. What's he going to do? He's 2 tenths quicker than Hamilton in the second sector, and where he's come through a tenth quicker than Hamilton. So 9th and 10th, about where I expected. I think there's more time in it. I don't think we need to find it just yet, although we might do it. Have a look at the setups. He's happy. He's very happy. So we might just sack that one off, and he's quite happy as well. I mean, no, we'll just skip to the end of the session, I guess. I wish there was a way to simulate the rest of it. But yeah, it's looking like not a lot is going to change. Obviously, you've got the Indy cars down there, and Kobayashi is the only one that I'm a bit surprised about in the McLaren. Vettel up in 11th. You know, maybe Kobayashi should be doing a little bit better, but yeah, we'll just have to see. 2 minutes left in the session. We'll see what happens. Paganot's going a bit quicker. Kobayashi not quite managing to go quicker. Vettel starting to struggle. Yeah, Kobayashi, how far is he off? 1.8 seconds. He's probably not going to do it. He comes through. Is it going to be a bit better? It's not. That's a shame for him. Newgarden's gone above Rahal. Hulkenberg is the only one that improves, and he goes and splits us. Oh, he's been a bit pesky, that Hulkenberg, this year. So he's split us in 10th place. Alonso being the slightly quicker of the two Force Indias so far. But we'll see how that continues going into Q2. Do I do something really stupid and simulate Q2? Oh, this is a silly decision. When you've got a championship to fight for, this is a really silly decision. But let's do it. Let's just see what happens. Because, you know, I don't think we're going to be pulling up any trees anyway. Let's see how we do. Alonso's gone 3rd, Perez 5th. So Alonso's gone 7th, Perez 10th. Castroneves is the one that I'll be watching. Yeah, he's gone 9th. And Perez has just missed out, but Alonso has done better. Means 1.1. No, he's a second off the pace. Perez finishes 11th. I don't think that's the end of the world. You know, 11th is a decent place to start. You get choice of tyres. Vettel's out as well. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to see what happens. If we get better than 7th, I think it's worth doing in the future, to be honest with you. Alonso's gone 3rd. He is 7th. He's 3 tenths quicker than Hulkenberg. Is he going to do any better on his second lap? He is going a little bit quicker, and he comes through 1.2 seconds off the pace. But Hamilton is on pole, Senna in 2nd, Raikkonen in 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Giovinazzi in 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Alonso in 7th, and I think that's a good result. That was just a pure experiment for me, guys. You you know, it's not something you can always expect to see. I just thought I'd give it a go. It didn't work out for Perez, but better than 17th in the last Grand Prix. And we'll see how it goes in the race. So, have we got a race trim? We have. And we're going to go for hard tyres, I think, because that's what he's going to start on. Push to the limit, soft tyres. Car set up, absolutely fine. We'll attack Alonso from the start. Perez is going to start on the hard tyres. And hopefully take them to the end of the race. Let's get into it. So Hamilton on pole, Senna second, you know the rest. We'll watch Fernando Alonso off the line. Lights out, away we go. Not a very good start for Fernando, but hopefully he can make back up the positions throughout the first lap. Bottas is the one that's the big winner there, but Alonso back up to 7th briefly. And he's having a look around the outside, but doesn't manage to quite do it. Senna is leading the Grand Prix with Hamilton in second. That works for us. That really works for us. Alonso back up to 7th now. We need to sort of catch up to the likes of Giovinazzi and Verstappen. They're the serious championship competitors. So a decent start here. Hamilton leading the race, Raikkonen up to 2nd. So Senna down to 3rd now. Giovinazzi in 4th with Ricciardo in 5th. And Verstappen in 6th, although Alonso's just took Verstappen down the inside. He moves up to 6th position now. And is having a look at Daniel Ricciardo around the outside. So Alonso up to 5th at the end of this opening lap. And he's going to push on his championship rival, Antonio Giovinazzi, who's himself closing in on Bruno Senna for 3rd place. Let's have a look at the forecast. Is it going to rain at any point? Doesn't look like it. We'll try and push Fernando around the outside of Giovinazzi. He's having a look. The old wizard from Spain trying to have a look around the outside, but couldn't quite manage it. He's now having a look down the inside. So Alonso slotting into 5th place, just behind Giovinazzi in 4th. Perez is in 13th. We'll keep an eye on him for a while. Canan has crashed, and it's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Alonso currently going purple in Sector 1 and Sector 2. Coming round the final corner now. Is Alonso going to set the fastest lap of the race? Here he comes, and, well, slightly slower than Bruno Senna, who's just set the fastest lap. So Alonso on half-used soft tyres at the moment, about par with the other guys. And hopefully there'll be no mistakes in the pit stop this time. Perez in 13th, going a little bit quicker than his previous personal best. And remember, he's just trying to take his tyres as long as possible. Vettel, his medium tyres are looking better than Perez's hard tyres, which is odd, but we'll keep an eye on him. So Fernando Alonso in 5th, he's holding off Verstappen for 6th. Just move the engine mode up a little bit, try and sort of fend off Verstappen in a very annoying... sorry, it's Ricciardo behind him. And hopefully manage to just fend him off until the pit stops, and then we can come in and sort of save fuel and what have you. We'll swap them round, and Fernando Alonso is going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. We've got 10 laps to go, so we're going to go on to the medium tyres. His parts are absolutely fine. We'll just bring him in, and hopefully it'll be a good one. Perez in 13th in his own little band of clean air at the moment. We might as well move that to high and try and utilise the performance of this Force India just a little bit. Alonso struggling to fend off Ricciardo once again, who's having a look. Verstappen just behind him in 7th, but Fernando only 7.5 seconds off the lead of the Grand Prix. Not doing too badly, but here comes Fernando Alonso into the pits. Let's see how he does, and hopefully it'll be a good pit stop this time. It is a good pit stop, and Fernando Alonso is away. Sorry I didn't swap them over, but that's fine. He's away in 19th place. He's in clean air, and he's got tyres that'll do him very much until the end of the race. So Fernando in a good place for now. He's in a little bit of traffic, but hopefully he'll be able to to go past. We haven't put this on auto for Perez, so he'll now start using that a little bit, which is up to him. I don't know why he's still using it. Yeah, he just thought he'd make up for lost time and set the fastest lap of the race. Goodness me. Where did that come from? He's 9th now. So maybe it was worth saving up all of that energy. But Fernando having a look at Newgarden for 16th place. He needs to get past him pretty quickly, if I'm honest with you. But the guys up ahead haven't come into the pits. Oh no, they have come into the pits this lap. So this is where Alonso's going to come through, hopefully, and get ahead of Giovinazzi. That was the plan. The undercut has worked. Alonso is past Verstappen and Giovinazzi, who's down to 15th now. That's another poor pit stop for him. Ricciardo's down in 16th. Senna down to 19th. He's still in the pits. So Fernando Alonso, very good. Very good. Alonso moves up to 9th. He's just past Paganord. Perez up to 3rd at the moment on the zero stop strategy, remember. Vettel currently leading the race with good tyres as well, so it's looking like Vettel could compete for the win. But Hamilton has just gone past us into 3rd. Oh, Alonso's crashed! Alonso's out! Oh no! Alonso is out. He looked really good for some good points as well. So Perez has now become our sole sort of guy out there, and he's going to make points up on Fernando Alonso, which is unbelievable. Alonso has thrown away sort of maybe 10-12 points today, and if we lose the championship by that, it's what happens. So, you know, you sometimes get crashes in Formula 1, and that's just the way it works. Perez in 4th. He's trying to take as many points off people today as possible. Giovinazzi down in 9th. Both Red Bulls out of the points, so you know it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Vettel, no, sorry, Kvyat came into the pits there. Perez up to 3rd now. Yeah, Alonso was well ahead of sort of Giovinazzi and co. He would have probably been up in 6th, maybe 5th position right now. So Alonso definitely throwing away a whole load of points. Hopefully Vettel's tyres will break and Perez can make his way up into 2nd position, but I don't think that's quite going to happen. We've got 4 laps remaining. I don't even know if Perez's tyres are going to make it to the end. That's the beauty of what's going on at the moment. Oh, yeah, Vettel is coming in this lap. I can't believe that. I guess he's coming in to put on the soft tyres and just push towards the end. But Perez is going to finish 3rd, you would imagine. I don't think anybody's going to really sort of compete with him now, because Vettel's dropped well down the order. So Perez in 3rd. We've got Gasly in 4th, who's also not stopped yet. Giovinazzi in 5th on sort of used soft tyres. I think he's used the best life out of them. So Rahal's retired now. A lot of retirements in this race. 4. Palmer retiring again. He retired in the last race. So he's just about having as much luck on this game as he is in real life. Gasly's into the pits now. So Giovinazzi's got a clean run at Perez, but should be able to hold him off. Verstappen in 5th, so yeah, maybe not going to be as bad as it could have been for Fernando, but it's certainly going to close it up between Perez and Fernando, and that's going to be interesting to see how I sort of manage that going through the rest of who's that? Was that Hamilton? Hamilton's got a problem. Hamilton has got a problem. He's in second. Perez goes up into second. That changes the championship a little bit. Raikkonen's going to win his second race in a row. And Perez is closing up on him as well. What's going on here? Can Perez overtake Kimi Raikkonen for the win? That would move Perez within 3 points of Fernando Alonso. That would be unbelievable. Surely he's not going to manage to do that. No, Kimi Raikkonen comes through to win his second Grand Prix in a row. Perez finishes second and moves within 10 points of the championship lead. Giovinazzi finishes third with Verstappen in fourth. Vettel finishes a credible fifth. Ricciardo 6th, Bottas 7th, Paginot 8th, Kvyat 9th, and Castroneves in 10th. I don't know what happened to Hamilton. I guess his engine just blew up in the end, and both Mercedes, yet again, finishing outside the points. And yeah, you've got to say both Mercedes are out of the championship fight. Hamilton has won it the last 2 years in a row, but he's not going to win it this year. He's not going to win it this year unless he goes out there and wins the rest of the Grand Prix, but it's not going to happen. Kimi Raikkonen has won the Grand Prix, Perez finishing a brilliant second, and this has just thrown the championship wide open. Perez is 9 points behind Alonso, I beg your pardon. Kimi Raikkonen and Giovinazzi 27 points behind. Raikkonen has come on strong these last few races. He's won the last 2. And yeah, we've now got a lot of serious championship rivals, and it's all because Alonso crashed. If Alonso went and did some damage limitation, finished 4th today, maybe possibly 3rd, we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. But we've got to have it because both championships are on the line for us. Who do we back in our sort of quest to become world champions in the constructors and in the drivers? I don't know. You tell me down in the comments. Obviously Fernando's had the better season, but that crash has took the shine off it a little bit, and means that yeah, he's sort of lost his perch now. And yeah, a big think is going to have to go into the next Grand Prix. We'll have a quick look at the car stats before we finish to see where we go down the development path of. We've only got the 5th best car at the moment, and it's acceleration, it's the gearbox that is holding us back, and then the front wing as well. So you know, things like the suspension, I mean all of it could do with being better, but definitely the gearbox will help us. So yeah, Hamilton, another pole position this year. He's had so many pole positions. Is there any way that you can have a look at his qualifying? There you go. I mean, he's only had 3 this season, but he had 15 last season, I think, which was unbelievable. But you can see, I mean, him and Senna. Yes, Senna's the other guy you have to look at, because he's only had 1 pole position. I beg your pardon, I guess Ricciardo's had a few. He's considering offers apparently, and he's interested. Yeah, Mercedes' job still isn't available, but yeah, we'll do that, why not? We'll see how it goes then. We're 9 points ahead in the championship still. Still a race win ahead of serious competition like Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, but yeah, it is all just closing up as Ferrari are finding their feet. They are most definitely within range of us now, and we're just going to have to really, really push in the next few Grand Prix, starting at Guildford in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really will mean a lot for me and for the channel if you could do that. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.